It started with a secret text message. When Geddy Lee's bass tech leaned over after a show and muttered, "If you ever do anything musical again, you need to look this person up," nobody could have predicted what was about to happen. For years, the surviving members of Rush had quietly rejected an absolute avalanche of emails from world-famous rock stars begging for an audition. The band's legacy felt untouchable, locked away in vault of musical history. But behind closed doors, a wildly unexpected name kept flashing on Geddy and Alex Lifeson's radar: Anika Nilles. She wasn't a traditional stadium rock drummer. She was a German-born YouTube sensation and fusion virtuoso who had spent years rewriting the rules of rhythm online before tearing it up on tour with Jeff Beck. When the call finally came for a secret rehearsal, the tension in the room was thick enough to cut with a knife. Anika walked in, sat down behind a kit that was vastly different from her usual setup, and prepared to play the most terrifyingly complex arrangements in progressive rock. Geddy and Alex counted her in, expecting a standard rehearsal. What they got instead completely paralyzed them. The room fell dead silent as the final note rang out. Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson didn't say a word. They just stared at each other, their jaws practically on the floor. Anika hadn't just memorized the notes, she had channeled the very soul of the music, injecting it with a fierce modern groove that felt entirely new, yet deeply respectful. For a band that had spent 40 years operating at the absolute peak of musical precision, finding someone who could match their wavelength was supposed to be impossible. Yet, here was this fusion icon, effortlessly nailing polyrhythms that usually take a lifetime to master. Alex Lifeson later admitted that within the first 30 seconds of hearing her play, the hairs on his arms stood up. It wasn't just about technical perfection, it was about her phrasing, her blistering speed, and the undeniable chemistry that suddenly sparked between the three of them. But a massive hurdle still stood in their way. Rehearsing in a private studio is one thing. Stepping out onto a massive stage under the blinding lights in front of the world's most notoriously critical fan base is a whole different beast. The transition from a cozy, soundproof rehearsal room to a massive arena tour is where most musicians completely break down. When Rush officially announced their 2026 50-something reunion tour with Anika Nilles behind the kit, the rock world experienced an absolute seismic shock. Die-hard fans were skeptical, purists were nervous, and internet forums lit up with a mix of intense curiosity and fierce doubt. Anika itself admitted that staring down the prospective set list was utterly terrifying. "I thought, I have no idea how I'm learning that," she later confessed. Neil Peart's parts weren't just fast, they required an intricate mathematical memory map of chimes, wood blocks, and shifting time signatures. To prepare, Anika locked herself in a studio for months, dissecting every single track from the ground up. She wasn't trying to copy Neil like a tribute act, she was trying to internalize his logic. As the opening night at the Kia Forum in Los Angeles approached, the pressure reaching an absolute boiling point. She was about to step onto a stage where every single pair of eyes would be judging her first move. The lights went down at the Kia Forum, and a deafening roar tore through the arena. June 2026, the opening night of the 50-something tour was officially underway. As the first legendary synth chords of Subdivisions echoed through the stadium, thousands of fans leaned forward, their eyes locked entirely on the drum riser. This was the moment of truth. Anika Nilles counted in the band, hit her first massive snare crack, and the room absolutely exploded. Any lingering doubts vanished within the first 3 minutes. She wasn't just playing the parts, she was driving the band with an unbelievable, commanding pocket. When the setlist shifted into the legendary, shape-shifting instrumental YYZI, the crowd held its collective breath. This track is notorious for its punishing, breakneck rhythmic unisons. Anika attacked the ride cymbal bells and complex syncopations with flawless, pristine clarity. On the side of the stage, the band's longtime crew members, people who had spent decades watching Neil Peart every single night, stood watching with wide eyes, completely stunned. But the real test wasn't just surviving the first few songs. The true apex of a Rush concert had always been the drum solo, a sacred ritual that belonged to only one person in rock history. The stage suddenly went pitch black. Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and touring keyboardist Lauren Gold quietly stepped back into the shadows, leaving Anika Nilles standing completely alone under a single piercing white spotlight. This was the moment every single person in the arena had been simultaneously anticipating and dreading. For decades, the Rush drum solo was a legendary sacred masterclass, a monumental event that defined the band's live experience. The pressure was suffocating. If she stumbled here, the magic of the entire evening would instantly evaporate. Instead of trying to replicate Nilles' iconic multi-directional rhythmic marathons, Anika did something incredibly bold. She unleashed her own signature style. She kicked off a mind-bending display of odd-meter grooves, utilizing lightning-fast linear phrasing and unbelievable independence between her hands and feet. The rhythms shifted so quickly and fluidly that it felt less like a rock solo and more like a futuristic, high-octane percussive symphony. She was completely commanding the instrument, supercharging the arena with a modern fusion intensity that left the entire crowd utterly breathless. When she struck the final, explosive crash cymbal, the stadium didn't just applaud. It erupted into a roaring standing ovation. On the side of the stage, Geddy and Alex were beaming, absolutely thrilled. But as the cheers echoed through the rafters, the ultimate question still hung in the air. How would the most legendary rock purists and the global music community react once the dust finally settled on this historic opening night? The reviews that flooded the internet the next morning were unlike anything the rock community had seen in decades. Rock critics and legendary drummers alike were practically tripping over themselves to praise the performance. What Anika Nilles accomplished wasn't just a technical victory, it was a deeply emotional milestone. She proved that you can honor a sacred legacy while still bringing your own unique, modern voice to the table. By blending her world-class jazz fusion background with the complex architecture of progressive rock, she breathed vibrant new life into songs that generations have loved. Geddy Lee later summed up the entire experience perfectly in an interview, noting that playing with Anika felt like a beautiful bridge between Rush's legendary past and an exciting, unforeseen future. She didn't replace a titan, she stood on the shoulders of one and carved out her own historic chapter. Ultimately, Anika Nilles didn't just survive the most high-pressure gig in rock history. She conquered it, reminding the world that great music never truly dies. It just finds new hands to keep the rhythm alive. And that is how history is written, one beat at a time. Anika Nilles didn't just meet expectations. She shattered the ceiling of what everyone thought was possible, proving that the heart of progressive rock is still beating stronger than ever. It's moments like these that remind us why we fell in love with music in the first place, the passion, the surprises, and the absolute mastery of the craft. Now, we want to hear from you. Were you lucky enough to catch opening night, or are you rushing to grab tickets for the rest of the tour? What did you think of Anika's mind-bending drum solo? Drop your thoughts, your favorite Rush tracks, and your reactions in the comments below. We read every single one of them. If you loved going behind the scenes of this historic rock moment, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode as we break down the biggest concert reviews, exclusive music news, and deep dives into the legends who shape our world. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and share it with your fellow rock fans. Thank you so much for watching, keeping the music alive, and being part of our incredible community. Stay loud, stay rockin', and we'll see you in the next video.